should. I'm only saying should. I'm not committing here.
Ooh, and we get an Olaf instead into the top lane here. Really looking to try and bully this.
Unless they want to set up a dive, there's not a whole lot more to do, but it looks like the dive might just be the call. You can see Inspired wrapping all the way around, not even coming from the tri-brush. He wants to make sure he has this complete cutoff angle. Vulcan is down to 400 HP. He has to flash, and Stixay has to die. Its first blood to the G is just an absolute canyon, as Young is being put to the test here by JoJo, and JoJo is setting one hell of a standard.
Yeah, what kind of grade do you think he's getting on that test right now?
Not a very good one. Stixay had to flash. It don't even matter, baby. Knock, knock. FBI! Open.
Yeah, they don't know if they're going to gain much power as we move on. That was it. Never mind, JoJo.
JoJo swoops them back, but it's a double swoop as the stolen ulti from Young guarantees they get the kill. And that is so critically important here for the Golden Guardians mid laner, as Licorice finds himself in a 1v2 against Someday and Inspired. He might be able to win the duel, but it's a Titans, man. The clock keeps ticking and only ticks against you.
Yeah, the solo lanes right now for Evil Geniuses are... Oh, never mind.
Oh, no, look away. Look away if you have a sensitive stomach, because...
Easily able to follow it all up. It just looks almost too easy there for Evil Geniuses. When you also bring Sejuani with the follow-up ultimate that you don't get to move. And JoJo just continues to pressure so heavily with the Grievous Wounds, with his Conqueror build here for the Azir, playing for the long con. In the extended fights. Top side though, Someday all in.
Oh, they go for it, and they take Licorice down. River's gonna come in, try to swoop one up, get it back. Oh, a nice bit of CC, but River's still got the range to get the kill there. Has to use the R2.
Then because of his ultimate, forces the flash out of River to...
Oh, nice arrow from downtown there. Gonna stop River from being able to do a whole lot against JoJo. He's still chasing. River's low, but he will not die just yet. Now Vulcan tries to fight him off. There's the stolen ulti. There's another kill. There's Golden Guardians coming to life as the curtain call opens. And FBI looking for those hits. River staying right behind him. Now they gotta be more careful. Oh no! They were looking at the gun, but it's the bluffing Poro out of nowhere to finish it off. Young tries to escape now. Inspired wants to chase him down. Second part of the W hits. And Inspired is missed the memo. This item is really strong. And Inspired will force the ulti out of Licorice. Remember, when Olaf's not hitting a target, that thing only lasts 2.5 seconds now. So, unfortunately for the Golden Guardians top laner, Ragnarok has come and gone, and now he's stuck standing there as the Jax takes his turn.
Get a dragon for themselves. So while everything may be falling down around them as far as their defenses, their towers, their base, at least they won't have to worry as much about dragon stacking. I think EG, though, their plan is to win the game without it.
Yeah, at this rate, I think the Geniuses might just win it before that fourth dragon, but Guardians reassess where they are, and Evil Geniuses invade the jungle. They're going to find the catch here onto Licorice, who's trying to get away. Someday's not going to get the stun there with a counter-strike. The Ragnarok continues. Someday has to try to get out now, as Young may look for the angle to grab him here. Second counter-strike comes up, and it won't matter. Nice punish. Golden Guardians take down the...
Again.
It's up to River to do the damage. Who he'll be here to help him. River trying to flash after JoJo. Ends up being able to use the W to go back over the wall. And with that level of control...
To try and chop down on this lead, but it's going to be so difficult for them to deal with so many lanes, especially because they...
Team fight changer, as Golden Guardians will start up the Drake. You're going to see Someday chasing after Licorice, looking for the 1v1. Licorice doesn't want anything to do with it. He's just going to be chased down by the Jax. I believe the scaling has occurred. Someday needs a little bit more to get him. Someday, he fails it. He drops. He dies. The team fight, meanwhile, Inspired is down. Golden Guardians win both fights.
Oh my goodness. He just sent it. That was a full send under tower. And Licorice turns around on the way back into the game. And now they're utilizing some really good topside pressure for themselves. Take out all this vision around the Baron. Get some more solo tower gold for the Sylas for Young. Golden Guardians got frisky and tried to chase you down. Don't worry, I can teleport and join. So Golden Guardians just give it up. Meanwhile, taking over some...
Great job here so far. Inspired goes to the ulti, but won't get Young. There's only one Sejuani ulti left on the map. It's only Licorice getting hit by the enchanted crystal arrows. The Golden Guardians are feeling all right about that. Young goes in, finds the ulti, but it's only onto Inspired. River's in the front, but he might just die here very early. It's only the clone. Inspired's taken low, taken out. Licorice taking himself straight at that enemy jungler because he knows how much AP he has, and there's no MR on Sejuani. Someday's gonna find Young off to the side now, though. Has to use the Zonias, keeping himself safe for a little bit longer. Baron is down. It's claimed by the Guardians. Someday's coming in here for the counter-strike, and Licorice is ready to turn it right around. Someday goes golden, but he might just be a trophy.
They're doing it!
Jojo's gone! River gets them!
Here, they get the teleport right back out. As you know, they end up with the Baron. They get the extra kill. Sejuani returning the favor.
Chain CC on Young, but he gets away from it. Now he's got to sidestep these bullets. Nice shoot! FBI opens up. Doesn't want to deal with this Olaf, who has his third item completed with Maul of Malmortius. Now Jax will complete his third item with the Zhonya's Hourglass. Someday recognizing the importance of being able to fight off on their terms. That's usually who's been winning these. As River's going to find JoJo. He'll walk away from it for now. River goes right back in, and he just blends him. River likely to die here, but he has the stopwatch to keep himself alive. Someday has to flash just to get away. FBI coming in over the wall, but he can't find the kill on the enemy jungler. EG lose one, and Golden Guardians barely gets their man out.
Oh, it was I would guess.
Young has the stolen Sejuani ulti. He can throw it at Inspired if they want to keep him away from the pit. There comes the Ash Arrow from downtown. Stixay patient on the cleanse. Inspired goes in. Young's ready to fight back. Curtain call's still open. One last shot from FBI ain't gonna find much. Baron's still low. Golden Guardians have to make a call. Do you want to stay on it? Do you want to regroup? What's it gonna be? Licorice half HP, still has the Ragnarok ready. Someday wants to look, ain't gonna find.
Oh
Young
my
and
God.
River on the backside of the Baron pit. Baron at 3K. Young and River ready to fight for it if they need to. Baron throws out his tail, just trying to mess with him a little bit. Young having a flash. He goes stasis. Baron resets. River looking to protect. Jumps right back in. Tries to find the knockup. Not going to find the angle here just yet. There's not really an ulti to even use. Someday and Inspired looking to camp the resurrection. They go right back in. They're going to find some damage. Someday gets Young, but now he's going to be careful. River's still ready to go. And Someday's right back into the fight as FBI kills off Rigorous. The Golden Guardians are falling, but Stixay gets the rain of arrows in the last second to try to hold on. Golden Guardians are race, and it's a triple kill of an FBI.
But then the turnaround, they can't lock down Inspired this time. So they use so many ultimates. Wukong ultimate down, the Varus ultimate, as well as the Ash Arrow used as well. Trying to get back on track. As we said, the game plan was certainly extended, but they've been able...
Got the Baron on FBI. They're going to use that to keep all these minions nice and enchanted. Let's see if they can stop any attempt coming out from the Golden Guardians as River goes in. He wants to keep it going. He won't be able to find the kill on the way on FBI, and now the Golden Guardians might just get punished. Inspired barely staying alive now, too. Vulcan grabs the kill on Young, and they're going to try to protect everybody else getting out. But no! Licorice will die to the burn, and River has to flee, but the soldiers deny his escape. Stixay and Huhi, the last two left alive. FBI's on the chase. A double kill back over to Jin. And Inspired does not want to leave Huhi alive. A little bit more damage. Not quite enough just yet, but he does not care. It's an ace for Evil Geniuses, and the game will end here.
What a battle here in game number 2 between the Evil Geniuses and Golden Guardians. JoJo now having a laugh about it. What a game from him. Big 1-6, baby, at the fountain.
That's how you tilt him. I'm sure he's typing the better mid wins in all chat to go with it. As Evil Geniuses, what looked like a stomp turned into a war, but the outcome remained the same. One last one just for...
Already wants to go lethality to win the lane, and with Heimerdinger here, it's actually going to be really hard for Cassio to navigate the team fights in the 5v5. However, her biggest stack up the E passive, no dashes on anyone.
And you can see he hit level 6. He wanted to kill that minion to get it, but now in the bottom lane, it's EG making the dive. First blood, and they get the money on FBI. Realm Warp shows up to bring in JoJo for backup. They're not done yet. They want to get both here, and Luger's shot to pieces. Double kill for FBI.
I think the best thing you can do here is try to create a scenario where you're either creating a monster of a snake, so you go mid and get a huge Cassiopeia with his Rift Herald, you find a play mid, or Jax. Alternatively, if you can't do anything there, hopefully you can get priority on mid lane, and then try and get some of that gold back into the Sivir with the Herald. So you actually go to your weakest lane and try to help him get back into the game.
Oh, they're looking for a potential dive here, though. Dokla does have his E available, but he uses it now. So this could actually be really dangerous. He's not going to have that Counter-Strike available, and they are going to start up the dive.
JoJo comes in, dropping the Rune Prison. trying to get him low enough. Dokla wants to outplay it, but there's just no way, man. JoJo gets the money.
Change back, he's going to lose that 1v1. That way, it's much easier for Palafox to
Vulcan's
dodge.
behind him. He's in trouble.
He's looking doomed here.
Well, he does sidestep the grenade, but you can't sidestep Rune Prison. Damage doesn't come out super fast, but it will come out fast enough for the money.
Yeah, Contracts just waited very, very long, and then he was moving towards mid lane to drop it, and he ran into the Elise. And basically, the Elise kept him in combat there.
The game that's summoned, and they're going to use it to knock down the mid lane tier 1.
And I just love how EG are moving in, and they're taking control of the enemy jungle here, getting wards, setting up turrets, having Inspired and JoJo and Vulcan playing.
Melee range of the Sejuani, even if he gets caught in a glacial prison, it doesn't matter. Because Sivir doesn't even do enough damage before the CCN Archangels. However, Elise, most would argue, does not scale well. That said, against Jax, he doesn't have actually any tools.
In their bot side jungle, there's way more EG wards down there.
A lot of TPs coming out.
CLG trying to make the move here. However, EG may be able to respond. Vulcan gets caught out. A lot of damage to burst him down, but it's not quite there in time, and they have to trade Dokla away for it. Someday gets back over the wall. Contracts wants to chase him, but Sejuani alone will not have the damage. They bring over Palafox to get it done, but now they're both stuck on the wrong side of the enemy line. Contracts tries to keep on running and running and running and running, but he won't run nowhere. JoJo goes on a killing spree as Palafox tries to slither away. The arrow flies, but it won't hit the target. Palafox just looking for an execute at this point if he can get it. One more turret shot, he'll get the execution. I mean, possibly try to fight for this Drake. They're just too far behind to take a fight in open ground. It's not the soul yet, but this will be soul point now for Evil Geniuses. 5 minutes.
At this point, Plus has all the kills to his belt. Now, it's going to be really difficult, but JoJo's very far out here.
Uh-oh. Isaac, did you just cast or curse this
I'm
man?
sorry.
You turned him into a mid-lane buffet. Gonna take an extra second to get there, but they should
he's
be able to
tanky,
pick him
alright.
up. It takes so long to kill him. Good lord, man.
That's a Cassiopeia.
Just
Wait.
fight him real quick. Just give him a snake bite. There we go. Shut down the Palafox. Yeah, he's not afraid
He
of
can't
this
even
Jax.
defend the tower at this point.
Whatsoever.
That's how bad it is. Like, the tower's too low HP, but even this tier 3 at full HP, with the wave, as long as JoJo sees all 4 members,
Steady. Dokla's off on the flank. Poom staying right next to Luger,
Someday
so he
behind
can't
him.
be jumped on. Someday wants a flank. Looking for the angle here. Knocks the Arctic armor off of Contracts. So Sejuani's going to have to be a bit more careful about things now. EG have forced them out of the river. They've got total control over the area. Now they're going to start up the Drake. Now here comes the engage. Contracts goes to the Arctic prison, but he ain't going to find it. You got Someday here in the very front. He's taken low, but he ain't taken down. JoJo also eating a lot of damage, and CLG have forced them back.
Inspired's still here, though.
Still
Not
here.
done yet.
Inspired may yet be able to smite steal
Here's
this
where the
away.
TPs are coming in. They don't have double TP. They
Arrow.
have to burst the dragon down and get out.
Not gonna find it. There it is. Objective bounty claims. CLG
Can they
backs
escape?
against the wall. They saved the Dragon Soul, but JoJo's not done. EG's still looking to find a little bit more. JoJo goes in. They grab the kill on Dope, but they followed up with Poom. JoJo survives thanks to stasis, and now he flashes away to safety. Palafox falls as he kills JoJo with a poison. It's 3 for 1 for EG.
Playing as if they know, yeah.
He's got no vision.
He just has to
Total burger
flip a
flip.
coin. Total burger flip. We'll love to see it. Blow up
see
comes
it.
down. Here he is.
Over the wall. It's fair as neither jungler gets this.
I actually really like what they did. In the rotation, no flash fires, no flash Heimerdinger, no flash rise, no flash Elise, right? Just had a huge team fight. Everyone burned their flashes. Sejuani still had her flash available, so I actually would have liked an even harder force. I would have wanted to flash ult forward, guarantee the stun. Just throw everything you've got on a front-to-back team fight and just send it, because at this point, yeah, defending towers against all this poke and CC, it's going to be really hard.
It is a problem for CLG as the mid lane tier 2 line across the board. 10 flashes ready to go. EG with control over the Drake right now. Contracts fires off the ulti, but it does not make direct contact. Someday wants to frontline here a little bit. The Drake is low. The objective bounty is claimed by Contracts, and CLG does it again. The soul denied a second time. Dokla jumping back over the wall, but he'll be bit by Inspire. Just wants to hard force this. They've already got the Baron down below half HP. Contracts goes in, finds the glacial prison there on the FBI, but there's no
Palafox on the
follow-up
side.
yet. Not onto a valuable target. JoJo's going to be focused. He's taking a lot of damage, but the shield's going to proc and keep alive. Someday now, soaking most of it. CLG! Do you believe? EG's on the run. CLG turning their attention right back over to Baron. The scaling is happening right in front of our eyes, boys.
Hate to be that guy, but I'm going to be that guy.
Wait.
Nice try.
Flashbacks to Gumayushi there for a second.
The top side of EG wants to run into them.
yeah.
They're not great at kiting as much. So some days buying a lot of time, staring out at the
But if CLG at this point, I fully agree. When your carries are on 4 items, if you're able to just group 5 and take a straight up front to back team fight, there's no way EG are winning that. So
even 3. So EG is not going to proactively play around that. That said, Luger has no flash. The only way to win is to get on top of their carries. Ideally, you kill both. We'll see how they play this fight out.
Well, CLG's just gonna start to burn the Drake. They throw out Sejuani's ulti, they go after Inspired, they force him away, and the Drake is secured by CLG. They will tie that.
the advantage is back over and over and over.
And this has been both games now this weekend for EG. Early leads into mid-game mistakes. JoJo getting caught now all alone in the middle of nowhere. Nobody's even gonna write the obituary contract.
5 in a neutral objective, and pray to God that JoJo isn't going to start split pushing and break us up. Because once the 5v5 started happening, it's all been CLG. It wasn't as clean. It wasn't like, yeah, whoa, this game's great all of a sudden. Baron gets started up. Looks to be a contest here. We will see if they can burst it in time. That's
They
gone.
can. Vulcan's ult.
Straight to what CLG have.
25 seconds
Here they
till
go.
Dragon. Looking for some exchanges here. Contracts are really hard here. Looking for JoJo.
Contract
JoJo's gonna flash.
engages. JoJo's gonna be your target. He's low. He pops the Zonias, trying to buy a little bit more time. Contracts lines up the Arctic Assault.
Inspired on Palafox.
Palafox, he's using his own stasis, but Inspired won't be able to get the damage. CLG killed everybody. It's a triple over to Big Dokes, and it's the game over to Counter Logic Gaming.
What a start to the season for CLG. They're going to be 2-0, sitting at the top of the table here, taking down EG in what was nearly a 10,000 gold deficit. Soul Point 4 times in a row. CLG hang on and they take down EG.